Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Biafrans, men and women of goodwill. I salute each and every one of you from here. It is another great day. Revelation that it is another great day that Elohim has given to us. Today we have a very important review to make, a very important broadcast we have to make this morning, afternoon, or night in your time zone. And I want you, as you come, do well to welcome other people. I want you, as you come, do well to welcome your brother and your sister. Do well to send the message across to all platforms that we are live. Few minutes that we are going to I salute every one of you here. I salute our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Banjoko. Mmejiri ugbu agụ ndị ilo si n'ọdụ ha nkọ mana ha ekwe the network did not allow us. But this morning we are here. This morning we are here, and we must do the work of Elohim, the work He have sent us to do without looking back, without looking at anybody's face, without capitulating in any form nor shape. There's a revelation that was made by an Hausa man that was kidnapped by the Boko Haram many years ago. Of recent, he summoned courage to come out and speak on his experience at the Sambisa forest and the Boko Haram camp. And his revelation of his revealed a lot of things that have transpired, that have happened many, many years ago, without the knowledge of so many people. Because sometimes you will be asking yourself, why is Nigeria the way it is? Why have it been proven abortive that there's nothing you will do to better the situation of Nigeria? Instead, the more you want to better the situation or you want to remedy the situation, the more you get a kickback. If it's when the dead Buhari was here, the dead Buhari will tell you that if you are fighting corruption in Nigeria, the corruption will be fighting you back. I want us to look into odds, because nothing happens for nothing. Many statements you see today all over the place, some persons will choose to know it. But people like us, we don't ignore some statements. Because in those statements, when you look into it critically, those things will begin to make sense. The Sambisa forest, we are meant to know. The first time we heard about this Sambisa forest has been existing as long as the contraption called Nigeria have existed. That forest has been there. But we are meant to know about this forest. People like us were meant to know about the forest in 2014. 2014, evil agenda to make sure that Jonathan did not go for second. They carried the propaganda that the Chibok girls has been kidnapped and they were taken to forest is where Boko Haram Boko Haram that they have their camp in Sambisa forest. This is a new revelation that they are not telling us. And that is all we know about what Sambisa forest stands for. And there have been a countless number of times that the Air Force will tell you that they are conducting a raid on that Sambisa forest. And they will always come back to tell you one Jack and Boo story. After this program today, those things will begin to make sense to you. It will begin to make sense after this program to you why those they called a member of Boko Haram, the Boko Haram members, those that are terrorists, that have been maiming people in the Zoological Republic since 2012 and beyond. Why? The reason why they will be captured or they will come out and say we have surrendered and nobody will judge them. They will not be taken to the correction center where they can take a Biafran to. They will not be taken to the dungeon where they can take any other Oduduwa that defaulted or violated any law will be taken to. That person that repented, that terrorist, they said that they have repented, will not be taken to any correction center. Rather, he will be given a 5-star welcome. He will be housed and given a uniform and treated like a king. And afterward, integrated into the army, police, custom, and the navy, or what have you. After this program, it will begin to make sense to you why all these things are happening. Why the Boko Haram, the terrorists, the ISWAP, the Al Qaeda in Maghreb, why they can never be punished in Nigeria. After this program, it will begin to make sense to you why the leader of the Taliban leader, why he visited the Zoological Republic before the Israelites eliminated him early this year. Why he visited early this year. After this program, it will begin to make more sense to you. After this program, you will understand why the Nigerian terrorists in uniform will choose to conduct air raid against the Biafrans in Imo State and some other parts of Biafra territory, more than they would have wanted to do in Sambisa forest. After this program, you'll have a better understanding why that will never happen. That's the video I have here. I will only play the voice because if I'm to play the video, the network might not allow us to do so. So I will only play the voice and analyze it for you. It's a long video. If we didn't finish it this morning, in the evening or later in the day, we will come up again and continue from where we stop. That is why as you come in, please do well to share this program. Do well to share it. It's very, very important. Let's listen to this man. Let's listen to him. Program. You will understand it better why all these things are happening in the Zoological Republic, and at the end of the day, nobody will be held accountable. At the end of the day, nobody will ask questions. At the end of the day, everybody will take it, oh, maybe that is the way God wanted. I'm going to play the video for you, the voice for you, and I want you to listen very, very attentively to this voice note. I don't know if anybody can still hear me out there. Please, if you can hear me, just make a little comment so I can know that you guys are hearing me. Make a little comment as we proceed. Let me also put the link on the screen in case anybody would want to us. The floor is open for anybody that would want to come in and make any contributions. The link is there. The link is there for anybody that would want to join the studio. The link is there for you to come in and join us as we are going into what we have today. You are free to join us. Listen to this. Listen to the video I'm talking to you about. This video is very lengthy, but we are going to cut it maybe in 3 phases. We'll cut it bit by bit for a better understanding. We're going to cut it bit by bit for a better understanding. Just hold on. The video is coming up. For you to understand the secret that these people has been hiding for you over the years. And they will be busy telling you a different story. And they will be busy directing your attention to where something is not. And they will be busy directing your attentions to irrelevant things. To keep your mind away to the real truth. Why all Fulanis from Sahel are trooping into the Zoological Republic? To make you not to ask the question, the correct question that you ought to ask. To make you ask that over 1 million boys that we saw enter Nigeria in the year 2017, where are they? Nigeria will keep you busy with irrelevant things to make you not to ask this pertinent question. Those people that trooped into Nigeria in 2017, Ebe Kahano, where are they today? Sambisa Forest is a very big place, Sonny. My brother Mazi Sonny, you're welcome. Sambisa Forest is a very big place. It can accommodate as many people as possible. It can accommodate as many people as possible. And those people that are being accommodated in Sambisa Forest, there's a purpose and a reason for that. Those people are not just being, that they are not just coming to Sambisa Forest for the fun of it, but they are being accommodated there for a purpose and for an appointed time. The question you will ask, some persons will want to ask is, how is this Sambisa Forest? Is it just a bush or something? But Sambisa Forest is not just like they called it forest. Sambisa Forest is not a forest that you know, which is a place that is filled up with trees and bushes and all that, a place that have not been in use for a very long time. Sambisa Forest is actually built and fenced. This is a new revelation that they are not telling us. Sambisa Forest is actually fenced. Unlike what they are telling you today. Unlike what they are telling you. That the Sambisa Forest is a thick forest where those criminals find themselves, blah, 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 blah. All those things are lie. All those things are lies. It's not true. There's no truth in it. Because Sambisa Forest is actually a place that is built as an empire. Sambisa Forest is an empire, a different empire entirely. A different empire entirely. When I say a different empire, it is an empire inside a contraption. Believe you me, Sambisa Forest is an empire. Sambisa Forest is the caliphate itself. Sambisa Forest is a place where they are preparing the army of doom that will come to take over the contraption that have been handed over to them by the Great Britain. That is what Sambisa Forest is. So Sambisa Forest is not a place like they tell you, oh, Sambisa Forest is a place where the terrorists are staying. It's not true. Sambisa Forest is where the armies, the full soldiers of the caliphate are staying. That is what Sambisa Forest is. It's a place where the armed forces of the caliphate are staying. And somebody built that place. Today we will tell you who built Sambisa Forest. For you to know that this is an agenda that have run for ages. This agenda of the Fulani is something that have run for ages. IBB Ibrahim Babangida built Sambisa Forest and fenced it. IBB Ibrahim Babangida with his counterparts, the former president, military president of Nigeria, Abacha. These two individuals built Sambisa Forest, and it is fenced. So Sambisa Forest is not just an open air place. Sambisa Forest was planned. There's a running water in Sambisa Forest. And the running water I'm telling you about is not a stream water or waterfall like you will see in the bush, in the forest. I'm not talking about stream water. I'm talking about a pump-borne water, like waterboard. Waterboard is in Sambisa Forest. Uninterrupted power, electricity, or let me bring it to the understanding of a person that is staying in the Zoological Republic in Nigeria. NEPA light is uninterrupted in Sambisa Forest. So when they tell you that Sambisa Forest is the forest where the terrorists are taking over, it is a lie, my people. Sambisa is not a forest that have been taken over by terrorists. Sambisa is a place that the terrorists have built their caliphate. Sambisa is a place that Islamic world had built their empire. That's why I tell you that Sambisa forest is the secret empire of the Fulani Caliphate, of the Caliphate. Someone will want to even to ask, in the place that people are residing, in the residential place where people are living, there's no light, there's no pump on water, there's nothing, there's no water board, there's no borehole, there's not even ordinary this pump that they used to use hand. You must have to use your manpower to pump it. You cannot get any of those anywhere. In the average Nigeria state. But in Sambisa forest, all those things is not a problem. This video I wanted to play for us. This man was kidnapped and sent to Sambisa forest. He was a teacher. And when he get to Sambisa forest, the terrorists there insisted that he will be teaching their children. Listen to me again. In Sambisa forest, they have families. There are families and villages in Sambisa forest. In Sambisa forest, you have hospital, standard hospital. In Sambisa forest, there's nothing like an increment of fuel price. In Sambisa, they are using fuel, petrol, gas, whatever name you used to know it. They are using it free of charge. This Nepal light that I'm talking to you about, that since the days of Abacha, the days of IBB, Ibrahim Babangida, the days of Olusegun Obasanjo, the days of Yaradua, the days of Jonathan, the days of Buhari, and now Emiloko. There's never been a time that's a bridge or that's a bridge or a break in power supply in the Sambisa forest. There's never been a time they said, oh, the water board have stopped working, and we are waiting for government to make a budget. We are waiting for a government to bring in money to do one thing or the other, or to fix the borehole. So everybody, you have to endure with us. There's no money to fix the borehole. The borehole has been up and running up till as I'm speaking to you now. That is what Sambisa forest is. So for you that is seeing Sambisa forest as one bad place where the terrorists are living, these people are building an empire of the caliphate in Sambisa forest. This teacher that if the video refused to come up now, we will definitely come up with it, with this same topic in the afternoon, or in the today is Saturday. Maybe I will come back from work on time. We must have to analyze this video if he refused to play this morning, because I've been trying to play it and it's not playing. So I'm just summarizing for you what is in that video. That the reason for you to see what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw, what Mazi Simon Ekpa saw, what Ojukwu saw, what all these men saw and said, if we did not do something now, one day we will find ourselves in the caliphate. In Sambisa forest, you will not see anything, presence of anything that has to do with English, because those things are haram. This man said in Sambisa forest, you will not wear shoe. You will not wear trouser that a long trouser length. Your trouser must be short, and you will not drink. You will not do a lot of things. You are not permitted to. They are already practicing their Sharia. So those they will tell you they are kidnapped and sent to Zambia. They are in Sambisa forest in a cage. In Sambisa, they are being reorientated. They are being reorientated into the caliphate. So while you are struggling to make a living, the terrorist in Sambisa forest does not struggle to earn a living. Do you know one funny thing again that was revealed? That the so-called Red Cross is taking medical and foodstuff and a lot of things to these people that are in Sambisa forest. British formed their Red Cross far back before United States of America formed their own Red Cross. And they were asked, in a contraption that is created by Great Britain, the criminals, you ask, who are the Red Cross that are taking something to these people? Your guess is good as mine. British are sponsoring their caliphate in disguise, that there are Red Cross members that are taking medical aids and food stuff to victims of Boko Haram or terrorists, ISWAP and Al-Qaeda in Maghreb. But the real thing is that everything that they needed in that place is being supplied in this guise of Red Cross. Just like Israel, all of a sudden, because they have their eyes all over the place, they have to stop Britain, their health workers. They didn't call their own Red Cross. They call their own another thing. I'll remember the name and I will give it to you. And they were using them to smuggle weapons to the people that are fighting, that came on October 7 to kill and maim the Israelites. This has been the activity of Britain. And the one thing is that your leaders know about this Sambisa forest, that Sambisa is not what he said it is. including Jonathan, know that Sambisa forest was built by IBAB and Abacha for Islamic purpose. But you ask yourself, why is it that I've been deceiving you all these years that Sambisa forest is a place that the terrorists have captured, and the army cannot go there, this one cannot go there, while the army is even the one safeguarding the entrance of the Sambisa? Hey, God, God. Wonders shall never end. Wonders shall never end in the contraption called Nigeria. When you think you have seen it all, you will wake up with another. You woke up with another breaking news. When you think you've seen it all, you will wake up with another breaking. When you think you've seen it all, you woke up with another breaking news. Sambisa forest was built by the Islamic State, and they made it to be a place that you cannot, that will be so hostile that you cannot go. And not only that, that made that place, that made IBB and others to build that place. They fenced that place when they saw there's a uranium in that land. And they know that with this uranium, they will use it to champion and sponsor their caliphate. And for them to make sure that there's no free access to getting this uranium, they have to tell you that the terrorists are already occupying that land. So therefore, there's no way. Is it not when you have a peace and stability in the land that you start talking about harnessing the minerals that you have? So, as the case may be, completely they have taken that one out of sight, that the Boko Haram has taken over that place. So until the day that the terrorist is captured and the Sambisa forest recovered, that is the day you start talking about mineral resources. But for now, so long as the terrorists are there, the minerals belongs to the terrorist. That is the Sambisa that you know, and this is the Sambisa forest that it is. The Sambisa that you know is not the Sambisa that it is. Sambisa forest is a different thing altogether. Is where they are stockpiling arms and ammunition to come against those that they called infidels. Those that they called infidels. The young man that I wanted to play his interview mentioned countless number of times that they will send somebody to RIP. That if you come to say something and eventually what you're saying there's element of lies, you are going to your ancestors. If they see anything drink around you, you are RIP is your second name. And he said that all the time that he was there in Sambisa forest, that is how it have been. You see why is the people of the Sambisa forest that have been the people at the seat of power controlling the other millions of gullible individuals that don't know the way forward and the way they ought to go. and they thought that everything that they are fighting for is, oh, who will be in power. Why they resisted anything that has to do with any other person being in power is because of what that is in Sambisa forest. That person might have a different view of the Sambisa forest and decided to desolate that place. But once it's their Janjaweed that have the same agenda with them, nobody will dream of going to demolish or destroy what Sambisa forest stands for. This is the truth that you will not hear in any brown envelope journalism. If you ask any journalist of the contraption, they will tell you, oh, Sambisa forest is where bad people have captured. But this is the narrative the Caliphate told them to carry for a very long time, and they used the Chibok girls to conceal it. Chibok girls that they said they kidnapped, in as much as there's nothing like Chibok girls. But they use these Chibok girls to take your mind off from the real question that you're supposed to be asking yourself. What is Sambisa forest? What is the makeup of Sambisa forest? Are there facilities, modern day facilities in Sambisa forest? Are there some things that the so-called citizens of the Nigeria, the Zoological Republic, are suffering of today that is being enjoyed in Sambisa forest? Are there some things you cannot see ordinarily in the dominated area of the so-called citizens of the Nigerian state that you can see everywhere in Sambisa forest? This is a pertinent question that deserves an answer. In a contraption where you are killing yourselves on daily basis in the name of election, you want to vote in your candidate, you want to vote knowing fully well that you don't even have any candidate, that the only people that are choosing who will go there and who will not go there are those that have been possessed by the spirit of one Nigeria, those that the mantle of one Nigeria has been handed over to, and that is the caliphate. They are the ones that determines who goes and who will not, just like they did with Hope Uzodinma in Imo State. Because the interest they have in Sambisa forest must have to be protected. Because if Sambisa forest should fall today, the Islamic is in jeopardy. This is a true story that nobody is telling you. But I want you to start asking this question now. By the time you make your own research and come out, you will believe that the Biafrans are where they're supposed to be at the right time. You know the problem of the caliphate. One man was actually at the red chamber in 2000 of this Biafra struggle is what that is instigating fear in them. Do you know why this guy is afraid? He's not afraid because the Biafrans wants to come and take over the north. No. He's not afraid because there's any other thing that will happen when Biafrans has long gone. Apart from hunger that is going to beat some persons. You would think that there's any other thing that makes this man to be lamenting this. Why he's lamenting that is because he knew that Biafra come, the strength of Sambisa forest will be reduced drastically. because the owners of that land will love to take their land back. That they did not bring out their land or part of their land to establish a caliphate or the empire of the Islamic State. This is what that is going to happen, definitely going to happen in due time. And that is why the Biafra Republic government in exile, Simon Ekpa, is not giving up. And that is why the cabinet members, the medias, that is why they are going up and down to make sure. That's why we are having a sleepless night just to make sure that we brought the truth to you and your eyes opened to the reality of what you don't know. Sambisa is not what you think it is. Sambisa is the empire of the Fulani Caliphate. And not until you come up to this reality, not until you come up to this reality, you will not ask the right question and you will not take the right action. Until you come to this reality, you will not ask the right question and you will still not take the right action. Because the Fulanis are doing everything to make sure that they keep everybody in the dark, so that you will never understand what is going on. But you know, the Biafrans is a country, is a nation you cannot keep relegate to the background. Never. That's why up to this moment, you are still getting the real informations and there's a reawakening on daily basis. So Biafra is not just a place that the Igbos are fighting for. Biafra is a place that will liberate everyone. Biafra is a place that will put an end to so many evil that have been hatched, that have been conceived by the Islamic State. Biafra is a tool that Elohim is definitely going to use, are using to decimate the evil plans that the terrorist state has planned against the people. That is why I want each and every one of you to stand very strong with Simon Ekpa in the great work that he's doing to make sure.
We treat it in a style and in a manner that even those who are deaf and dumb will be able to understand it. We explain everything to the tiniest of detail, the most basic minutiae of detail, for you to be able to understand.
This is what we've been doing all the day long, to make sure that we bring Nigeria to you in a way you will understand it. To make sure that we dissect Nigeria and explain it to you bricks by bricks in a way you will understand it. To make sure that we explain to you the situation of what is happening in the country, that what you're being showed in the media is not what is going on. And I believe that after this very broadcast, that you will begin to have a rethink of what you used to know to be Sambisa. Let's listen briefly to our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Then we'll begin to round up. Then we'll call it a day. But bear in mind today, morning, afternoon, or night, depending on your time zone, that Sambisa is not what they called it for you.
Also appreciate that our calling is not of that of man, ordained by heaven. Chuku Ukike Abiyama. That is why we are here this evening, coming to you via 102.1. I need confirmation that Yegua is with us. Let me repeat. I need confirmation listening. Abayelsa is live on 102.1 Biafra FM. Of course, it's CHK. Our own unique brand of broadcasting. This gospel is spreading. I address them today. And let me tell you, I am sorry to say, I believe that
This is when the Radio Biafra was a hallowed platform where you hear the gospel truth. Before the contracted terrorists in IPOP Nigeria corrupted it, polluted it. But the voice is not in the radio. The voice is in the spirit that have possessed the people. That's why you see us today here. And that's why we'll keep on pushing until Biafra is restored. So thank you so much, Biafrans. I salute each and every one of you. Remember, we will come back. I will definitely analyze this video for you, maybe in the afternoon when the network will be more better, or in the evening, as the case may be. So thank you so much for coming. I salute each and every one of you. Remember to like, share, and click on the subscribe button if you have not done so. God bless you and remain blessed. May your days today be gracious. May the grace of the Almighty be with you. And may Elohim make the light of his countenance to shine upon you and be gracious to you, both now and forevermore. Ise, Ise. Thank you so much, Biafrans. May Elohim guide and protect you all. Until we get to this Biafra of our dream. Ise, thank you so much. And remember.